Hey guys, welcome back. This is Thunder Wyvern, and this is a short story from my subscriber Tommy. He was in the last video, but this one's gonna be longer in two stories. It should be at least 20 minutes, and enjoy. So Tommy. He came. In his town there was a circus, so he went to the circus with his family. When he goes to the circus with his family, he sees beautiful fireworks. He's on his way there in his car, like watching YouTube or something. Probably watching me. But when he gets there. Straight when he gets out of the car, there's this Karen going around asking people for money and phones and stuff. And she goes up to Tommy and tells Tommy to give her his phone. And then Tommy's like, "No, why are you asking me for my phone?" And then she's like, "Just because I deserve it." And then Tommy's like, "No, you can't have my phone just because you think you deserve it." And his dad said, "Why do you think you deserve my son's phone?" And then she said the stupidest thing I think ever. She said the stupidest reason. Because my son has been doing good in school. And he deserves a new phone. And then Tommy's like, "What the heck? I don't owe your son a phone just because he's been doing good in school. Get your own money and buy him a phone." And then Karen gets to be a little jerky. Starts to get mad at him. And then when Karen gets mad at him, Karen is like, "You should have gave me your phone and your money because my son's been doing good in school, and we're doing so good right now, so we deserve more stuff than you." And then he's like, "If you're doing so good right now, why do you need more stuff? I should give you if you're in a bad time." And then she switched the switch so fast. She's like, "Oh, I'm poor now, so I need to get my son a birthday present. Because he graduated college and I have no money left." And I'm like, if he graduated college, how did he have money to graduate college? That's super expensive. And she's like, "Oh, because I gave him money and then that was the rest of my money." I'm like, "Bruh, do you have a job?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I have a job. I got kicked out of it though." And I'm like, and he's like, "Go get a job then." And then we're like, why is this Karen in our faces asking us for stuff? Like, she asked for $10, and then his family moves away from the Karen and starts to go into the fair thing. It goes pretty well, but halfway through, when they're on the roller coaster, they see the Karen below them trying to beg more people and talking to Tommy's parents. So when Tommy gets off the roller coaster, Tommy's parents is like, "We need to leave. That Karen is a psychopath." And then Tommy's like, "What did that Karen say to you?" And she's like, "If you don't give us your phone, our stuff, then she'll call the cops." And then she's like, "I'll call the cops if you don't give me your stuff, because my son's been doing so well and he's a police officer." And she never said he was a police officer before, so we're all confused. We're like, "Okay, well, your son's a police officer, good for him. Good, he should probably be earning money right now. He's not in a bad time, so." And then she changed, "Oh shoot, he's in a bad time because he just got shot with a bullet," or some crap like that. And then she's mad at us for not believing her. And then she goes into another person. But then they go to another thing. And then Karen leaves them alone for 2 seconds. She stops begging the other person. For some reason, she really likes this family because they look rich, and that's just weird. You can't just assume somebody's rich if you don't even know them. She's asking them for money, and it's like, bro, if you don't even have the money, why you keep asking us when we say no? She keeps getting mad at us and yelling. I'm like, I told you that we don't have money, and she's freaking out. And we're like, if you want money so bad, go get a job. And she's like, "I won't get a job because my son deserves me to be with him all day." And we're like, is your son a baby or is he a police officer? And she starts getting all snippy with us, he's a police officer and you should respect him, and you should always respect your police officers and your elders. That's why you should give me your money. And then we're all confused because she has a job, she has money, she has everything. She just is begging us. So Tommy leaves. He's going into the parking lot, and he just drops his phone for some reason because of the hole in his pocket. He was running to the car. And then a few moments later, they get into the car, and Tommy's checking it, and they're all checking for their money and stuff, so Karen wouldn't steal it. And then they head back. Tommy sees that his phone is missing, and then he's like, "Oh shoot, Karen took it." And then Karen, a second later, when they turn back to get Tommy's phone, Karen is like over there running away, with Tommy's phone, because they can call Tommy's phone, and it's ringing towards Karen running away into the park, and they're in like the parking lot, so she's gonna be pretty hard to find. And then we go on to like, what should I describe? Like, we go on to like that tall ride so we can see where she is. Well, not real ride, it doesn't move, but we look for where she is, and then we finally find this bitch. And then she's like, "No, I deserve this more than anybody." It's like, "It's our wallet, don't take our stuff. I could charge you right now." And then she keeps having the nerve to say, "My son deserves it." And then we get to like the point that we're super mad and annoyed. And then this Karen's like super mad because she's scared that we're going to call the cops on her, which we probably should have done. We should have done that a long time ago. But no, we asked him for her phone back, and then she's like, "No," and then she starts running away again. And then we're like, "Calm down, Karen, like chill, give us our stuff back." And then she's like, "No, I deserve it more than you." And we're like, "No, you don't." And then she's like, "Yes, I do." And then they had a whole fight about it. And then when she finally gives them their stuff back, she gets, they call the cops. And then her son isn't even a police officer. Her son comes, and it's like, can I describe it as like the dude, not Thor, but Thor from like the end of Ragnarok. Do you know what he looks like? He's like fat and not really in shape, and he's not that strong. But yeah, that's how I describe him. He's like this small dude that was not in shape and had a giant beard. He kind of looked like a hillbilly. So we're like, that's what we're supposed to be scared of? And then she's like, "Yeah." And then we're like, oh my god, we seriously just fought a Karen for nothing. And then Karen comes back like a few other days calling us, saying that she needs that stuff back, and the only reason she didn't take it from us right there is because of the cops. And then she comes back to their house, knocking on their door, asking for it. I'm like, if you have the nerve to ask somebody something then when they already told you not to and they left you alone without arresting you, you should probably leave them alone. She's like, "No." And then she finally gets arrested, this time for stealing, trespassing. And then we never see Karen again, so yay. That's a good thing. Or at least that's what we thought. Because then Karen got out of jail finally, doing community service, is at like Tommy's house, like his house, cleaning it in the street. And then she's like, "I think it's a good idea to smash their house with rocks." And then she threw a rock at the window in the thing, and then it keeps like breaking the windows, and she's like, "This is the smartest idea ever," for some reason. And then she like broke a window, and then she's like, "Oh shoot, I should probably get out of here." And then she does. And then Tommy and his family finally come back and see what happened, and recognized it was Karen, because she left that stupid note saying you should have gave me your phone. Like, you rat yourself out, seriously. If you're at least gonna do that, don't even rat yourself out. Like, that's stupid. But then they finally find her because they filed an order about like her being annoying, and she finally goes to jail, and they never see her again. So that's story 1 out of like the 3 stories. So story 2 takes place at my school with my friend Owen. He also is a subscriber. He goes to school, and he was on the monkey bars, and this bully named Jake, I'm gonna call him, he's being annoying and rude to him. And just because because he was on the monkey bars and looks at this black kid named Sean, says, "Hey, like monkey something, like I'm not a monkey," when the kids call him a monkey on the monkey bars, making fun of him. He's like, why are you being so racist?" The guys are saying, like the bullies. And then Owen's like, "I'm not being racist, you guys are being racist." And then he's like, "No, we're not. You're the one that called him a monkey, and he's black, so don't call him a monkey." And then they went out of their way to go tell the principal. When they were on the playground, they walked into the building without their teachers, told the principal, and they got in. They tried to get Owen in trouble. It didn't really work that well. So the principal went to go get Owen. He got like in trouble. The principal, Mr. Principal, is really bad at principal. So when he goes to Mr. Principal's office, he kind of gets in trouble, gets a racist talking to, and then he gets to go, and then he goes for the second time because they say again, saying that he should get in trouble, and then Owen gets really mad at this point, like, why don't you hear my side of the story? And then he does, because he's a fair principal, I guess. And then finally, when he hears his side, he hears about this part, like, you shouldn't have been making fun of him because he said monkey and he said it to your face. And then Mr. Principal's like, yeah, he said monkey, but not in a racist way. You guys were actually being mean to him, and that's called bullying. And then he got super mad at, not Owen, like the people that are making fun of Owen. So then Owen gets like, oh yeah, sorry that I changed Owen to, Gerald to Owen. Owen is his name now. He said I could use his real name. So Owen gets super mad at this kid. And then, he just gets super mad because he just got him all for that, and his parents are mad because they are. They don't want to deal with this because now Sean's parents are reaching out to them, and the boys are, and they're like threatening Owen and saying, I'm going to beat you up with all my friends in my gang. And Owen's not really scared because he's a tough kid. He's pretty cool, and he also has a lot of Jack friends. He goes to karate, and he knows a lot of friends from there. And his dad was in the war, so he's not really that scared. When when these people go to his house and actually go to their his like front driveway to knock on the door and ask for payback, Owen's just amazed that somebody has the simplicity to do that and actually go to somebody's house to ask them a question after they already got mad at them. Like, what the heck? Why would you do that? And they're like, oh, because you stole from us, and they're making this new thing up because I guess he stole from him now. Not that he did. They're making this up, like, oh, you stole from us. You are going to pay us back. And then he goes to their parents. And then the bullies go to their parents. And then they tell their parents that this kid was stealing from them. And then the kids that told their parents are getting super mad at this kid because he's always been annoying to their kids, I guess. Like, right now. And then they get, like, super annoyed for some reason because their kids are, like, trying to help be better people, and this Owen's just being a bad person and that shit. And then when Owen finally goes away and gets out of all this stupid trouble because of them, he finally gets, like, freedom. And then he's like, and then they come back and they're like, oh, you're not over yet. We still need to talk to you. Their parents are like that, the boys' parents. And then they're like, what do you need from me now? What the heck? And they're like, you aren't over. We still need to talk to you. Like, Owen's mom believes him that he didn't say anything. So these parents are just coming up to him for no reason and being a rude nuisance. And then he goes to see what they want, and then they want money because they actually believe their kids that he stole from them. I'm like, if you actually believe them, you're stupid. You actually believe them because they never even said anything about stealing before to their parents. They were just saying he was being a jerk. And second of all, what they have to steal? Like, these kids don't have anything. They're freaking mean bullies. So what do they have for him to steal from him? And then he's like, oh, he stole my pencil. And he's like, really, a pencil? You're charging me $50 for me stealing you a fake pencil that I didn't even steal? And then he's like, yeah, pencils are super expensive now. And then he's like, I didn't even steal anything. Stop accusing me of stuff. Yeah, he got super mad that time because all these people keep accusing him of stuff that he didn't do. I understand. I would be mad if people kept accusing me for stuff I didn't do. It's annoying. So when Owen finally goes to the principal's office for this, he's like about to get kicked out of school. But when his parents come, his parents are very mad, and they said they would put like 20 bad reviews, Owen's parents, if they didn't do this. If they didn't get mad at the boys, because the boys were being jerks to Owen. So the boys finally kind of stop for like 2 days, and then they get back to it, and then Owen's parents are like, I thought you said that you helped him and you didn't help him. And then they're like, yeah, I guess that's not his fault. Maybe he should just fight the bullies or something. And then the principal's like, fight them? What the heck is wrong with you? And then, yeah, he's like, yeah, fight them. And then we're like, don't you prevent that? And then he's like, kinda. And then they're like, kinda? Really? You are a really bad principal. And then he gets offended and starts getting mad at them and kicks them out. And I'm like, if you're going to at least... I don't get this principal because he doesn't do anything right. If he was to be a principal, he's a really bad one. So, he does that, and he gets kicked out of the school. I'm like, bro, why did you even get kicked out of the school? And we're like, yeah, what the heck? Why would he do that to you? And then he's just like, cause they lied, and now he's like, upset, crying. And I feel really bad, cause that sucks. And, you shouldn't have to go through that just because some stupid kids got super mad at you. You shouldn't have to do that. But, that's the last of that story. There might be a part 2. He didn't tell me the rest. So that might be in a second story. This is story 3, and this happened today. July 3rd. So, we're going to talk about this. This is a new story, and also it happened like a few hours ago, so I was there. So, this is a story of, Onka's foot a few days ago. He, like, kept scratching it because his skin was peeling, and he got, like, a burn. So we thought it was a good idea to go through like the lake. You know how there's like a side of the lake where like trees overhang and stuff? You're not like deep in the water, it's just shallow. We walked all the way through to the dock, which would be like half a mile probably. And we were walking through this mucky, dirty stuff, like trashy water. And then we finally get out of that trashy water. It was like a swamp. And then we're like not even halfway there. We're like a quarter. And then we're like, it's finally nice and like sandy, so we take our sandals off, and then we like run the rest of the way, and then Owen trips on something and starts crying, so we have to like limp him the way back because he starts crying. And then we're like, what the heck happened to you, Owen? And then he got like hurt, I guess, because of his foot. And then we limped him to his house. And there was these kids at the dock, and Tommy took his fishing rod and yeeted it. I don't know, because we took him home for that part, and I wasn't there for the next part, but I guess they were super mad at Tommy and pissed off. So, I kind of understand. If you use somebody's stuff, you should at least ask, and they told Tommy not to use it, so I guess that's okay if you're mad, because you already told him not to, so, yeah, I guess that's okay. So, then we walk Owen all the way home, limping, looking like he just came out of Vietnam War. And then, we finally get him to his house, and he asks us, hey, do you want to have a sleepover? And we're like, bro, you just, like, Vietnam stomped out of the woods. And we're like, yeah, so, do you want to have a sleepover? And we're like, yeah, I'm up for it, because kids always are up for sleepovers, especially me. And, I asked my mom, and she's like, no, you can't go. But Tommy said, I'll come, and then his mom said no, so I don't know what happened next. I guess Owen and Tommy are just on group call right now and talking about Fortnite. So the last short thing I gotta tell you is please subscribe and stuff. It really helps out the channel. Please subscribe, ring the bell, like, and if you really like this, share this with your friends, because it really helps. I'm trying to be a bigger channel so I can do more videos. And if you like these, please comment below. And if you have any stories, please comment them below so I can do another video. So, out.